Looks like we're going to be on the draw in this one. Change things around a little. Want a little bit more removal overall. Don't mind going plains heavy with Wrath of the Skies, but that's going to be what I'm testing out here. Decent hand, Brainstorm, Flooded Strand, shuffle, throw away the bad, keep the good. I'm not going to be commentating as much. We have Island here, as I commentate a ton. It's just extremely difficult. Here I am trying to like slow down time whenever a decision comes, whenever a ponder comes, and doing that is just so much more difficult to play and really think through all the deep thoughts that I can normally do when I'm commentating. But since this is live, we're going to go with it how it is. Playing this in case I want to brainstorm, I can have this for the shuffle effect. Island Ponder has me guessing that these possibly might be not all too great, possibly dress down too, unless it's more of a, I guess we'll see. This could be a lot of things right now. It could be Delver with a basic. Okay, so it could be blue-black tempo. Okay, so this is actually good. I might get off a Brainstorm here just to be able to use my mana efficiently, because I do want to play Prismatic Ending around days, and I do want to shuffle, so for those reasons I am going to be doing this here. If they daze, they daze. This isn't a desperation one, so they are free to do so if needed. They are thinking about it, or they're doing something else. Alright, perfect. I don't want this. And we'll just put back any of these. Great. This is going to be the only one that can get red and white. Nothing else gets red, so if for some odd reason I want it for Prismatic Ending, let's get this. So I am loaded up on removal. I've been playing against so much Delver, so much Death and Taxes, and I don't mind having the white, especially game one where I don't need red unless it's for Prismatic Ending. So that's been my train of thought. It is going to be very difficult. Like, I probably wouldn't want to keep in Wrath of the Skies and my Blasts. I'd probably take those out to replace them. So that is something to keep in mind. But this gives us some pretty good game against a lot of the creature decks, because if you don't draw efficiently, they can just really overrun you. So ideally, if I am going to Brainstorm, I probably want Brainstorm into, say, Island. We'll keep this one. They might have a Bowmaster, which if they do, I can always Brainstorm in response. Plus I have a Dress Down. In fact, I'm not going to Brainstorm yet. They do play Thoughtseize. Something to keep in mind. And even if they see my hand, I don't think it's really a big deal here. I'm trying to think if I had fetched previously, so yeah, activated, got a plane. So I don't need to worry about shuffling or anything. All right, and if this is blue-black tempo and they're not doing anything, I'm pretty cool with this. There's a great card to throw away. So like if they end of turn, not Brainstorm. If they Bowmaster, I will Brainstorm in response, as expected. Gotta love being right when you're right. Yep, I patiently waited for that. Oh, those are horrible. And actually what I can do is dress this down also. I don't see that being all too bad. They won't get the extra little critter. Want planes here. And yeah, let's do that. We shuffled, so we're getting a new card. We're cycling through. Usually this is good, like, say if they're just sitting with a ton of Bowmasters and you've got cantrips in your... as I draw a Brainstorm, thank you. It's good in scenarios like that, but our hand's pretty decent. Sure. Play into Skies. Wrath of the Skies, that is. So this has to get Mountain or a... Yep. Knew that was coming. Do you like my hand? It's beautiful, isn't it? Stock Up completely plays around the drawing of cards, which is nice. What are they worried about here? Wrath of the Skies, probably? We haven't seen any dazes yet because I've only given them that one option to daze the Brainstorm in the beginning. And they did think about it for a while. They're thinking about this one, which is usually a good sign. I do have to watch out for Mr. Bane of Nightmares or whatever. Sure. I thought it was very timely that I did draw a Brainstorm off of that dress down. I'm like, I'll do it. My hand isn't super full of cantrips. I know I do have a Jace, but that is what it is, as they say. Stock Up? Kind of like a why not? This would need to get red. This can get blue. Is there anything I'm going to be looking to do with those? No, so I'm going to go like this, this, and this. Let's do this. Looking for a plow specifically. If it eats a force, you know, so be it. Wow, I got some cards there. You know, I don't mind Force of Will. Well, swords I'm taking. Force can go with Brainstorm if I don't get rid of this. I want to keep this off the board in case of Kaido, and I think this is going to be a great backup for that. So with that, those specific reasons, let's do this. And I don't need to shuffle for any reason because that was a stock up. It is going to be fresh cards. So they don't know about that, and I believe they don't know about this. I usually keep them, it's like they know about these, they don't know about these. You can surveil. You are allowed to do that. Next turn, Jace. Force anything annoying, Jace. Wrath of the Skies can clean up if needed. See, the thing with Wrath of the Skies, it is definitely annoying. Yeah, why don't we just do this? If they have a Spell Pierce. Does this deck even play Spell Pierce? I always talk about that. I guess we'll find out, right? They'll need double days. I mean, I can... Yeah, that's fine. There's their days. Like, they know I have Wrath of the Skies as well. Oh. One card in hand. Alright, so if they have one card in hand... I don't mind playing, like I'd play in the Spell Pierce here, but I do want to give it an extra counter in case mana gets tied up. So let's do this. Let's do this. There we go. 1, 2. Okay. So next turn, you know, do they have a, what's the word? Another Bowmaster? Have we seen 2 of them so far? There's one there. Is this Exile, I believe? Yes, so we've seen 2. Murktide? Murktide is fine. We can bounce that. And they have 1 card in hand. Is it a Bowmaster? We don't need to find out. I'm just going to bounce this dude. Decent. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a Thumb War. You can go back to where you belong. So yeah, I did change up the deck a little bit. I added 2 Wraths main. It just gives you a little bit more game against pretty much anything that's not combo. Well, it can remove some artifacts here and there, but that's not the main usage. So they probably just played that. They're going for... Is this Murktide again? Yeah. This is great because I can Brainstorm since they're tapped out, and then I can bounce. See what I get. This is the turning the corner stage, sure. I have 1 blue left. Unfortunately, that is going to be used for nothing if you don't have a Ponder or a Brainstorm. Otherwise, they could have kept the land up, which is a little bit more threatening, but sometimes Magic is very unforgiving. Don't worry. Playing Stoneblade, I'm very well aware of that. Oh, that's perfect. Like, do I want to plow it or just... I could probably just Brainstorm first, see what happens. These are all good. Kind of-ish. Don't want a... land's not the worst. This... and... this... I looked and I'm like, oh my god, do I even have a swords in my graveyard? It's been a long day. Make sure you check. Fatigue can allow you to do those types of things. There we go. And we do know what we had underneath. Let's do this. Let's do this. Anything we want to hide specifically? Most likely a... so if we put Coat here, we're going to draw it next turn, and then we can technically get away our Prismatic Vista, and then we can shuffle more if needed. Or we can get rid of this and you keep this for the shuffle. I think that's better. Yeah, let's do it that way. If they want to Thoughtseize me and take an ending, feel free. And if I want to shuffle, I still can. Yeah, let's do that. So that'll be two ways of breaking through our Brainstorm. Shuffling away, that is. So I am quote-unquote Thoughtseize proof. Yeah, sure. You got it. So let's do 1, 2, 3. There is that. I'm going to do this here. Okay. You can keep that. Okay, cool. So they're thinking about maybe I should have a +2 there. I know I'm playing kind of safe there. Like, they've played 2 Bowmasters, and out of, 41 cards left, they would have, excuse me, had to draw one there. Yeah, my voice is really, really cracking, but let's go to game 2. So this should be interesting. We want our Blast here. And the idea is, like, these are really going to clash. I think Blast are overall better. So we can do this, and 3 coming in, 2 coming out, Spell Pierce. And because of this, we can take out A-Force. So it's a different kind of sideboard swap. You're keeping in a little bit more forces. Or you could just assume you're going to be able to draw really well in terms of mana and have your red, 2 white, 2 blue, which can be pretty tough at the same time. It's like, do you want to try and stretch it that way? You know, let's try it out. Let's just keep in all of our removals. And then from there, we can do this. And then Spell Pierce. Let's say we'd split it between a Force of Will and a Spell Pierce. Let's just see how it goes. Like, that time we did pretty well with drawing mana. And, like, this is the type of deck where if you don't draw your mana or enough mana, you're probably going to lose either way. So it's more about how is my hand formulated? What am I playing towards, whether it's double white or red? And that's just something we're going to have to navigate. Also, Dress Down. There we go. Dress Down's decent. Not too bad. And because of that, probably just go solo. Take out the Spell Pierce. We are on the draw. So let's try this out. Let's see how it works between the double white, red, and obviously needing double blue eventually. We didn't see anything in terms of a Reanimator package. Oof, this is like the worst hand ever. Not only does it have Stoneforge, it has both of our beautiful equipments, no lands. Okay, we'll keep this. So this is like an interesting one. We're throwing back Wrath of the Skies, but as you can see where we're getting at, it's like right here we just have 1 island, and Ponder's going to have to do a lot of work. And what happens if we get like a red blast? And it's like, okay, are we playing towards double white or red? Plus we're going to need white anyway. There's just a lot of more micro decisions, and it will make it a little bit more difficult. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. I could always do a split of 1 Wrath in the main, 1 on side. I do like using 2 front, like first game, because we're not using red a lot, so it's much easier to get white, but that's just something to keep in mind as well. But yeah, we're going to be bottoming this. They mulligan to 6 and they're thinking about it. Let's keep. Let's do this. Let's do done. And we're both on 6. Tameo? Whatever it is, you can have. It's a ponder. You can have it. I do not want it. You can keep it. What's the verdict? What is the supreme verdict? So here's Island Ponder. We're looking for plains. Something that produces plains. So they decline to use Ponder's ability. There's a card we'd like to cast sometime, someday. Okay, well, we got what we were looking for. Don't need another Jace. Dress down can stay there. That's our plains, and we'll carry on. Okay. And something to also keep in mind when using Wrath of the Skies, I like subbing out a Scalding Tarn for an Arid Mesa. That's red and white. So pretty much every fetch is going to be producing white. We have our Flooded Strands, Prismatic Vistas, and of course the 1 solo Arid Mesa. Sure. So what I can do here is, I think the best, we know one of them is going to be Jace on top. I think it's just best to get more mana as opposed to maybe dress downing. And we want to make use of this Brainstorm to help do that. Even though we're not seeing a full 3 cards, we just need lands here. They don't have Bowmaster mana. That's the reasoning for that and doing it now specifically. Oof. Later problems, right? Let's do that and that. I'm saying oof because of this. I do not like Volcanic Island nor Tundra. And that's exactly why. Next turn I'm probably going to throw, depending on what they have, this thing's not doing a whole lot of damage here, which is good. Bowmaster? Oh, Kaito, yeah. Sure. You got it. So because of that, it's like Red Blast is clearly, and yeah, I had no removal here. So we do have red. So if we like draw Red Blast, we can at least play Volk. So we're getting plains here. I haven't seen the interaction between Dress Down. Does that mean it removes the hexproof of it, but it's also a Planeswalker? Okay, that's decent. So for this, this is decent. Kaldra can dominate this, although it'll probably just get... Okay, so they are forcing that. That tells us they probably don't have removal. At least that's my guess. Pitching Daze. Who would have ever thought? That's because I play around it, like, every time I can. Okay. So Teferi against this, like, I'm just going to plus nothing, then they're going to attack it. So, sure, I can bounce that, I guess. And this can fetch red if needed, but I have red there. I just got to be careful with my red because I know I want to use it on that, which means Wrath of the Skies will be... See, this is a perfect example of, like, red or white. What are you going to be using here? Do I need to shuffle? Sure. Where was my previous turn? Ponder, turn 2. Cast Brainstorm. I completely forgot. Like, this is the whole narration thing. If I have a card on top that is really bad, where is this? Did I shuffle? Okay, for a basic land. Okay, and then I cast that, so I shouldn't need to. Okay, I don't have to make that decision yet. Not the best in the world, but I do want to play around Daze, which means I want to play this. I can bounce this. I know this thing's going to keep being annoying. I could also dress down. I'm not sure. Does that mean it loses its abilities? That's an option. I don't mind dress down here. I'm going to do that end of turn. I'm going to hold on to my land. I'm not sure how that interaction works. Someone who plays clearly more than me, which is like once a day, would know better. But this will be a 0-1. Wow. They really didn't like that. Look at days again. Okay, so what do I want to survive here? Snap. I mean, can snap into... I'm just thinking of what's better, because eventually this can bounce this, giving me another turn, and that can also help me draw another card. So I think I want to actually get rid of Snappy here. This will draw a card, which is nice. Have your 0-1. Oh, what a draw. What a draw. Who told you I was in the market for the worst card in my deck? This card comes up so often. Or maybe it's just, it might not even be that often. It just feels like it is. So they just pretty much get to attack. Well, Wrath of the Skies is looking really decent all of a suddenly. But they are going to still have this annoying card. So it's just like a 3-4 and it's not going to be able to do anything. They didn't even attack. Oh, so they can't... Oh, nice. They could have attacked, I assume, right? Am I missing something there? That's also, I guess, a great way of being able to plow it or whatever. So it looks like we're going to... I am going to play around days here. This. Let's keep that one open. Ideally, you want to keep the land open when they have a wasteland, the one that you can actually play. Unless you have a red blast in your hand, that's different, but that's not the case. Okay. Let's take our little 2-for-1. Surprised they haven't wasted yet. They probably want to see what they're going to draw, of course. So dress down can allow you to remove hexproof on this. Noted. What are we doing here? Oh, this. I guess that's another reason for using Wrath of the Skies. It's not as bueno. They can just keep bringing these back. So there is that. So I think we've figured out the verdict on that one. Just take Wraths out. Once they see them, they might not commit to sticking a ton of creatures on board anyway. So we just need to figure out what else we want to bring in. So they threw in a Hydroblast. Sure. That card's not going to kill me, but it can win the game. Let's get your Brainstorm in. What else you got? This looks like a Murktide. Oh, yeah, there's that too. I can just bounce that. So perfect right here would be a Red Blast. It's not a Red Blast, but I'll take it. What do we have here? Snap. No. I think I'm going to go with this, and I do want to keep... If I draw a Plow, I can't play that, but I'm just thinking about getting a Red Blast here, so I want to keep up red. If I say I get like a Swords there, I can get a Tundra, which I don't want, but, you know, such is life. Okay, so there's that. So we need a few things here. One of them is killing this first and then dealing with this. You can play... Oh, okay, that's... Sure. They do play that card. Nether Goyf coming in? Sure. Normally I'd float mana there, but I'm just going quickly through this. 1, 2, 3, 4. This doesn't have... Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can't play Kaldra anytime soon. I can chump. And probably... something. Sure. Not going to be attacking anytime soon. Sure. And my draws have been absolutely fantastic, I do have to say. I don't have red, so even if I get a red blast, can't do much with it. So let's go with this. I need like a lot of stuff, and that is not a lot of stuff. Wow, it's just been lands and paperweights. Literally. Yeah, nothing going on here. This was more of like figuring out, okay, Wrath of the Skies isn't the best. I didn't have... What is this? I had no removal here? Did I have any removal? I had the Wrath, but my goodness. 4. Is there anything here that I missed? No, I've seen, aside from Wrath, there's no removal. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 removals that are actually what I'm looking for. And I didn't get any of those. So, I mean, can't really expect to win that one when the way we drew with we had that one Wrath of the Skies when that's not dealing with this. And we drew a lot of land as well. So that is that, but we did learn about the better option or better alternative. So because of that, is there really anything else that we would want here? Spell Pierce? I mean, I just don't like the whole 2-for-1 game. So I could do something like that. We have 2 Force of Wills, but this makes our mana much better. Maybe they'll play around Wrath of the Skies knowing it's not there. At least Force of Will is, you know, something. Everything else is really just bad. I don't care for Lavinia. Yeah, let's keep it at that. So now we have the mindset that we are not going to be fetching, you know, for plains. We got a lot of mana here. Let's keep it. I'm trying to think if I want to nab just like a Ponder with a Spell Pierce. Like, is it going to be getting any better than that is the question. Because they did mull to 6. Like, so if they Ponder here, that might not be too bad. If it's like a Tameo, that's not bad either. I mean, what else am I, you know, piercing, right? If they kept a 1-lander, this could possibly bring them back. I wouldn't be doing this if this was against, say, like a control deck, like a Jeskai control, or even like a Esper control, which gets a little bigger with much bigger planeswalkers, but this might have them stumble a little. My hand is okay. No creatures coming down anytime soon. Okay. There's that. A reason to save it is like if you expect them to play Tameo turn 2, where you can Prismatic Ending and then, you know, Spell Pierce if they have a Brainstorm in response. We are drawing lands. Also, Pierce is decent if you're playing back to basics and they're, you know, starting to tap out on you. Do I want to Swords a thing if it comes down? Bowmaster? Didn't have to find out. All right. Let's see what we got. Wow, I don't need to crack any of these. Perfect. The coat. And the funny thing is, what do we got here? Bowmaster? What is going on here? And they can't Fatal Push it because of Ward 2. Perfect. Arid Mesa, we don't need that. We don't need too many more lands. Just saying, deck. Please don't Fatal Push it. Don't do it. You've been playing so well. Don't do it. Are you faking me out? Okay, you're doing something else. What is it? Bowman? Oh, okay, there we go. A non-token. Oh, no. Wait, non-token, or did they do it wrong? Okay, token. All right, there we go. I was gonna say, a lot of people think that it's a token. It's really not, but that's fine. That's a, we can bring it back unless they quote unquote disenchant it, which it looks like we're going to be doing. So the question is, do I play back to basics? They got nothing going on. Oh. Okay. I was thinking about plowing this here. That would play into days, but I think it's better to just play my land untapped back to basics. If that goes, it goes. Then I can easily take care of... Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, cool. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3. Force of will for you and me. You know you want to do it. Alrighty. Oh, I would say they might have Kaito. I guess it wouldn't matter, right? They need a little bit more mana for that. Okay, they do have a land. End of turn, I am going to return this. Let's see, this is blue. Okay, so I'm not going to get double. That's fine. I do want to crack for red. So this is blue. This is red. We have the friendly lawnmower man outside doing his thing. If you can hear that, it's clearly not me. I'm not mowing the lawn and blowing leaves while playing MTG. Oh. Okay, so let's do this first. Done. This thing can chip away at us, which is fine. Do you have another Bowmaster? They have a basic island. Well, that is beneficial. Oh, is this Brazen Borrower? Brazen Bee? No, thank you. I love countering that because it doesn't come back. You know, like, then it goes on an adventure if you let it go. All right, apparently that was it. They did not want to play anymore. And ideally, I was going to talk about what we'd be doing after that, but I forgot. The game went away. Hope you enjoyed watching, and maybe I'll talk to you soon.